This episode of Capes and Lunatics is brought to you by Tweaked Audio. Get awesome headphones, go to tweakedaudio.com and use the coupon code Southgate to get 30% off, free shipping, and a lifetime warranty. Or you can get there through the link on our website, southgatemediagroup.com.
This is Brian Edward Hill, and you're listening to the Capes and Lunatics podcast.
I'm Kelly Thompson, and you're listening to Capes and Lunatics.
There's a thin line between heroism and madness.
Here the line fades to nothing at all. This is a world of capes and lunatics.
And nothing is off limits.
Hello and welcome to Capes and Lunatics episode 104. You know what that means, right? 2-year anniversary. What did you get us? Nothing.
We got them a great podcast, Philip.
We always do, every week. So what?
And they gave us their delightful attention.
Oh, we did get one anniversary voicemail. So,
Ooh, from whom?
Who do you think?
We'll find out.
I'll give you a hint. Australia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay. You know, Philip. There's an idea that says you should say it's mysterious, as mysterious as Tony Stark's father. Oh, Philip, you got a drinking problem. Yeah,
I'm. It's mysterious. Oh,
yes. It's no. I'm just saying you should leave it a mystery until we get to it later in the episode when we have our big mystery, amazing anniversary voicemail. Who could it be? I don't know. Is it Hugh Jackman? It's someone from Australia. Is it Yahoo Serious?
Is it Paul Hogan?
There we go. Yeah.
All right. Let's get to it. You know, business as usual.
It's Rebel Wilson.
Capes and Lunatics. Year 2 starts right now.
Oh, God.
That's
Year
right.
2 is never good.
Hey, we'll break the mold. Anyway,
we're sophomores.
I am.
Sophomore? Is that what you get?
Yeah.
Joining me as always, that bastion of positivity in Florida is...
Hey y'all, it's Lily.
And it's footloose, fancy-free, kid-free for a little bit in New Jersey is...
Charlie, the Professor S. And I still have one kid here because he does not take guitar lessons. But he's a good kid too.
Not an artiste like
Oh no, he's an artiste. He's
not a Renaissance man like Tristan Esser.
Oh, don't you pit my kids against each other, bro. I will fight you.
I thought I was going to probably say I could do
that.
Yes.
That's a trademark of Lil Hellfire Incorporated, please.
Yeah. Sue me.
Sue me, nerd.
Yeah, that's more up Charlie, the Professor Esquires.
Yes, there we go.
Charlie's more like, sue me, nerd, and let's discuss the law.
We will discuss the law. I think the law is on my side. It's like when Paris Hilton tried to copyright or trademark it. That's hot. It's like, no,
that's huge.
Don't get to do that. Yeah, I'm huge. I'm
big all over.
So no, I was hoping that, but so I have to see if Dr. Benson's somebody.
He's still on that Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. kick.
It's a good show. You should watch it.
Are you trying to get Miles caught up, or?
I will probably have to do a bit of a recap for him on Tuesday when we record. But you know, it's fine if you know what, if he comes in.
Hey,
you know what's cool about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is neither one of us can watch ahead.
That might be good for the podcast. Just if you do a recap, they catch everyone, remind everyone else too about the previous seasons.
Yeah. If I was ambitious, I was going to say previously enough said, and then just try to edit all of Rob Southgate's thoughts on just a bunch of scenes of Rob Southgate.
Can we just straight? Well, that's one thing. Lil, can you edit a?
Can you edit like the last 5 years?
No. I was just gonna ask her to edit the episode, but it'd be funny if we just said previously on Enough Said and just have like Rob 20 times saying, "Mark my words, mark my words, mark my words."
You know what? You got it.
Yeah, it'll be the I Am Groot of Enough Said. But yes, new season of Enough Said coming soon.
That's right. He gives me crap about saying Gotham. Let's hit him with some mark my words montage.
Yes. There we go. But here's your drop.
No, Jack. No, Lil. Mark my words. Mark my words.
Okay. Previously, enough said. There you go. You have a nice clean one for it. Put it there, and then.
Plus, why are we talking about the newest graduate, Rob Southgate? This is our 2-year anniversary.
Yeah. He's I'm sorry, I believe you mean Master Rob Southgate.
Of his domain?
He's master of something.
I wouldn't bet money on that.
Seinfeld. We haven't had a Seinfeld reference on Capes in a while. So
There we go. Well, but I
told you, Lilith, I want to read a Seinfeld script. You, me, Charlie, and Maz.
Maz is down, I'm sure.
Cosmo Esser.
Cosmo's a cool name. I actually like the name Cosmo. So,
of course you do.
Yeah, no, it's because like Cosmo Topper.
You could have made a fake name like Lilith, and we could have been calling you Cosmo Esser this whole time.
No, I don't do that. I believe the audience wants reality,
transparency.
It's the internet.
As transparent as my apple juice.
I believe that's called vodka, aka special water.
Yes. Well, that's what Phil's drinking. We saw it dribbling out there. Philip, he's got problems.
My drool?
He's you're a sloppy drunk, Phil. That's what I'm saying.
But I'm not even drunk.
Yes. Oh, so he says.
But yeah, this is our 2-year anniversary. Before we get to any news, does anybody want to shout out any memory and any episodes or any memories stands out in your mind?
My favorite episodes are the Marvel movie reviews that I don't have to do.
How dare you?
No, I'm serious. It's like a fun little peek at what you guys do when I'm not around.
I thought you were there for episode 1, which was our Guardians of the Galaxy 2 review, weren't you?
Yeah, and then
he's been around. She's been around for most of them. She says she's not there, but I think she's always there. It's not like it's an X-Men movie. I have not been to an X-Men movie in years. Have we done any reviews of X-Men movies?
No.
Okay. There's a reason for that.
Deadpool.
Oh, Deadpool. Yes, Deadpool. So there's a Marvel movie that you were there for.
So
MCU movie, fine.
Are we gonna review Dark Phoenix or no?
Oh, I'll see it. It looks good. Oh, but you know what I found out today? Do you know who is in the new season of Wolverine, the podcast on Stitcher?
Are you talking actor?
No, character.
Isn't it I know, didn't they mention Gambit?
They also mentioned Weingarten.
Really?
Yes. And I was like, whoa, Weingarten's in this? And because that's my big question on this Dark Phoenix film is we see the white-haired girl in the scenes whispering into Jean's ear. And my question is that really the Phoenix Force personified, or is this just Weingarten's manipulations? I think it would be very cool if it is just Weingarten's manipulations. If they're
not that smart.
Philip, give me hope, at least until the film comes out. Do you say that to Tyler when he says there's a new DC film coming out?
I do.
Oh, okay.
To be fair, I do.
Okay, so I guess it's fair. Yes, I hope that it is Weingarten's manipulations, but if not, then yes, it will be.
Charlie, sometimes I think you just set yourself up for disappointment because I think a lot of times you have better ideas than some of the writers. So it's like
what I will say is I always have great ideas, but Marvel Studios somehow actually still manages to have better ideas than me. I'll say that. It's like I think that if I was at Marvel Studios and I was giving them these great ideas, they'd say, "Oh, that's a great idea. Let's use that." But I think that Marvel somehow manages, when I'm coming up with brilliant ideas, to say, "Hold my beer," and come up with an even better idea. So I think Marvel has. I have not been heavily disappointed by a Marvel movie in years. I mean, and really, I've never been heavily disappointed. I'm just usually, oh, okay, that was a good film.
But I mean, speaking of that, I think the one MCU movie maybe looking forward to. We mentioned the trailer real quick on Super Connectivity, but we really didn't get into it. Spider-Man: Far From Home. I thought you were looking forward to it because it was Spider-Man.
I did until the last trailer.
And they're not people. Do they really think they're going to reveal the multiverse in a trailer? It's all Mysterio trick. Giant monsters, multiverse. It's Mysterio. You know, for people, you're not familiar with Mysterio. He's like a master illusionist. Come on.
But the thing is, Philip. See, here's the thing. This is how they get you, because probably there's some truth in everything that has been
I'm
said.
sure they're probably going to reveal multiverse. I'm just thinking Mysterio's not a part of it.
Well, exactly. Well, that's the thing. It's like, well, there's something. No, it's like maybe he is, but he's not. But it's there will be a mystery involved. But it's like everyone who says, "Well, it's obviously not that." It's like, well, no, you can't. When it's Mysterio, you can't say it's obviously not anything, especially when it's the Marvel Cinematic Universe, because they will update and translate and reinterpret. It's like the '70s Hulk, man. It always goes back to the '70s Hulk, man. It was their first hit. Okay, they had a bona fide freaking hit.
They did do one story. I think it was the original Spider-Man miniseries where Mysterio was going back and forth between the 616 and Ultimate Universe. But please don't put that in the movie.
Ooh, but maybe they'll introduce Miles.
Maybe
he's 5 years older.
They can't.
What do you mean they can't?
I don't think they actually have the rights to Miles. That's why Sony's using them.
No, they don't have the rights to Miles. Well, actually, no. So what? It's like we were talking about. It's like we were talking.
So what? Disney made a deal with Sony for Peter, but there's no deal for Miles yet.
Yes, but they can utilize, just like they can utilize Tony Stark or any of the other. They basically, Sony can utilize with permission any character from the MCU, and likewise, Marvel can utilize any character that they've sold with permission. So they can have Spider-Man in Avengers. They can have General Ross in Avengers because they can get permission, and that's what it is. As I said, what Marvel did with recasting the Hulk was brilliant. I realized on the last episode of Super Connectivity, they basically made it so that Paramount can't make a Hulk film without Marvel's permission now.
Because Ruffalo is a employee of Disney.
Yeah, he's got an exclusivity contract. He can only play the Hulk in Disney-authorized films. So if they want to make a Marvel movie, if they want to make a Hulk movie, they have to go through Marvel, which basically creates a wonderful situation. I still think that's why we don't have any Namor films, because I think they have. Paramount realizes they have to be very careful with their Namor, because that's like the one thing they still have left. Although they have said that they've said it long enough that now Namor is back at Marvel, but we haven't seen them choose it yet.
Oh my lord! I think Rob Southgate may be watching live.
Yeah, apparently. I don't know. He says my lighting is bad.
I know. He sent us a message about lighting. Oh.
Yeah, well, you know what? Sorry, man. I thought this was an audio podcast when I signed on. I don't know. I think he's just mad that I got like the light in the background.
It's Candyman. We said his name too many times.
Yeah, so is that better, Rob? I took the big blinding light out of the background.
He says Charlie's now a baby face again.
Pay attention. I haven't had the mustache in months. Okay, Rob, you can't come in this late in the game and just expect to be on top of things.
Rob, we can't like Charlie Esser too well. I mean, you can't put that much beauty on. The internet will.
And I'll have you know, I haven't even shaved yet today. So.
Oh.
Yes.
Bless this mess.
Not my fault. That was all Rob Southgate right there.
Yeah, and and he was sitting there for like a half hour waiting for us to start. He was like, "They said 10. I'm just watching the YouTube channel. When are they going to start?"
Little Hellfire hit traffic. Leave her alone.
Yeah, well, that's fine. Well, she shouldn't hit it so hard.
That's my drop.
Anyway.
Give me a nice player. Little Hellfire shouldn't hit it that hard.
No, the moment's gone, Philip. Yeah, it's got to be organic, Philip. It has to come from a place of beauty and spontaneity. If it comes from a place of scriptedness, it doesn't work.
So it has to be organic, huh?
Has to be organic. It has to be all natural. Has to be big and natural. That wasn't a natural one. See, that's the thing. If it was
I know, it's a
real fart
recording. I
sound-
know.
If it was a real fart sound, that would be funny.
I'm sorry.
Yes, this isn't the Doom Patrol, Philip. Not everything has to be a fart.
Or a man-eating butt.
Yeah, man eating butt.
That's the person that likes Rick and Morty.
Oh!
I will have you know, on Rick and Morty, every belch is real and organic, and that's why they are great.
Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. Justin does. Yeah.
Yeah, he does do that. It says all him, man. He can burp on command. Farts, I don't know, but
All right.
But but not for nothing. That's what made what's his name, Stern a star.
Howard Stern.
Howard Stern a star, man. It's organic, automated farts.
Hey now, hit him with the hind. Do we want to get to our voicemail?
Sure.
It's a quick.
What number did they call, Philip?
614-382-2737. 614-38-CAPES, which you all should call.
Yes, you should.
And yes, I know I blew the suspense. It's Ray from Into the Night, a Moon Knight podcast from Australia. So you will hear a funny accent. All right. If I can get it to play. Why won't it play?
Hey, Phil, Charlie, and Lilith, this is Ray. I just want to wish you guys a very happy second-year anniversary for Capes and Lunatics. Keep up the great work, guys. You're doing a great job. It's always fun to hear your guests and to hear you chat about everything comic-y and geeky. Love your show. And here's to many, many more years to come. Cheers, man. Yeah.
Oh, Ray learned his lesson and included Lilith this time.
Yes. So nice of Korg to call. Oh, I'm being mean. I'm sorry. Thank you for the call.
You're being nationalist. Saying all Australians sound alike.
Sound like I called him Paul Hogan. And again, I actually think
that'd be an outdated reference.
I actually think Korg might be Tasmanian. So, no, I'm sorry. He's from New Zealand. He's actually not an Australian at all. So.
Don't ever confuse a Kiwi.
Apparently, I don't know. I just know they have very.
So Ray, anytime you want to call in and pretend to be Korg, you're more than welcome.
Yeah, or just come on the show, Ray.
Oh yeah.
That time difference is rough.
Yeah, I was gonna say, because when we were gonna do 9 o'clock, he was talking about maybe jumping on for a couple minutes, but yeah, he's like, I think it's like 14 hours ahead or something. So it's like probably like, is it 12 or after 12 there? So yeah, it's
it's on a Saturday, man.
Yeah, but
it's Sunday there.
Yeah, well, is he a priest? Then he doesn't have to be up. Okay.
Well, yeah, he has a young child.
Oh, so then he'll get up anyway. It's perfect.
All right, should we get to some news?
I don't know. It's up to you, Philip. You're in charge.
We're actually entertaining Rob Selfgain right now, so let's.
No, he's off to a rehearsal. So he's rehearsing for something.
He can watch.
Oh, he's an actor. That's right.
He's an actor.
He can't watch us in his car, Philip.
He can listen.
If Martha's driving, he can.
He's letting Molly drive.
She's not that old yet. Don't rush it.
Oh yeah.
But yes, he's a serious actor.
You just put him.
I want to be a serious actor.
Just put the kid on your lap. They hold the steering wheel while you drink your beer. That way, it's not illegal.
So should I tag New Jersey Child Services in this episode?
I might get letters after the last episode. So, you had to see the dark side, man. Parenting, it's not easy. Not easy. It's not easy in New Jersey. Never met a problem a belt couldn't fix. Just like Tony Stark. It's like Howard Stark's dad, And look how well he turned out. So tell me I did wrong.
All right. So
as the person that edits the Maz and Charlie podcast, I can attest to this.
I'm a bad parent. Okay. You're basic.
Anyway, Charlie, you probably didn't watch it, but Lilith, did you finish Lucifer season 4 since they dropped all 10 episodes on, what was that, Wednesday?
I did.
I'm
sad.
I'm like partway through episode 7. Yeah, because they're not doing another season, right?
It looks like they are.
Oh, are they? Because it's been better this season, maybe because she finally knows he's the devil.
Yeah. I love Eve.
And
Eve is my jam.
Eve is
You guys should go check out Ember Levi and Imposters. That's a great show.
But I think like the effects are better. Some of the like fight scenes are I like them better.
And they have boobs now, I hear.
Did they show boobs? I know they showed butts in that nudist.
Oh.
They showed booty.
Oh,
Netflix's thing is booty.
Yeah,
it's like Doom Patrol.
They went to a nudist place, yeah, and you saw everyone's butt, but that was about it. Yeah, everything else was strategically covered by either long hair or someone holding up a cup in the in front of them, or
it's all about the butt. Okay,
but
the butts. That was what I was thinking of.
I mean, they amped up the violence a little more. I mean, the guy killing himself, but smashing his head on a broken chair leg. Or Lilith, I love the bar fight in the one episode where Lucifer's just kicking butt, and then like you don't see Chloe come in, but then all of a sudden he gets a wooden pull cue through the shoulder, and he just goes, "Hello, detective."
Yeah,
I like that. That was good. So you think we are gonna get another season of Lucifer?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Netflix likes to do at least two to 3 seasons of every show, but they usually don't like to do more than 2 to 3 seasons.
Well, I just didn't know that what the whole deal was, and like we had 3 seasons on Fox, and then they picked it. Netflix picked it up for season 4.
Yeah, but those 3 seasons are free, and if they want to essentially establish their brand, if it's a good show, they need to do at least 2 seasons.
Yeah.
But after 3 seasons, they get a diminishing return. So it's like they say, once we have 3 seasons, people can watch it and they can rewatch it. And in the future, when Netflix is just a private entity, it's going to be a lot of rewatching all the shows they already own.
Yeah.
Because never know, they've made good shows. So it's like as you amortize it over the next 100 years, they'll actually make a lot of money off.
I mean, I don't know if it's just because she knows he's the devil now, but yeah, I think I like this season. I mean, I like the other seasons, but I like this season, I think, the best. I think they really stepped up, and although Dan's being extra douchey this season.
Yes. Just out of curiosity, he always told her he was the devil, right?
Yeah, but she never believed him. But she finally saw like his real face at the end of season 3.
So it's like. So the real point is he never lied to her.
No, that's what he told her. He even told her this evening. He's like, "I never lied to you."
Yeah, I told you I was the devil. It's your choice not to believe me.
Yeah, no, it's actually she actually believes him now.
Yes, well, that's what happens,
because she had a problem with it the first couple episodes, because she was like, well, yeah, I'm freaking out. She's like, in every story in human history, you're the ultimate bad guy. You're like the ultimate evil.
Yeah. I mean, he never lied. It's like he never said he wasn't. It's like, and throughout the whole thing, he's the episodes I've seen, he's never sitting there saying we should do right and good. He's always it's like, oh no, they're evil. Really, and the whole thing with the devil is it's never that he's evil; it's that everyone else is evil. The one time he's really evil is when he's attacking Job, because he's certain he can break Job, and then he can't break Job. And that's the thing.
And the point was made before he became the devil. He was an angel.
Yeah, a lot of people are angels. And have you read the current War of the Realms? The angels aren't nice people.
I know.
Yeah, not for nothing. I mean, one thing we're seeing a lot of in a lot of pop culture is angels are basically just the petty Roman gods, but with wings and working for
Well, that's what I told you. Ever since Todd McFarlane started Spawn, and then ever since it's not even like heaven's. Modern comic books don't depict heaven as completely good. It's just they're the enemies of hell.
Yeah, they're just more superpowered jerks. It's like basically all the pantheons are just superpowered jerks who go around and don't mind everyone worshiping them. Yeah, and when they actually get to be a decent person like Thor, then people actually care.
They're just prettier and more stuck up, but yeah.
Yeah, but I actually am a firm believer that modern resurgence in Norse mythology has a lot to do with the work of various fiction writers utilizing the character of Thor, because he is a noble character. And so when you have nobility as your credo, superheroes are better than gods. That's all I'm saying.
That's true.
Yes. Lilith, are we losing you on Florida Wi-Fi?
No, you're good.
Okay.
I love how Rob Southgate's like, I can't join you because I'm going to rehearsal, but he keeps writing in.
Yeah, well, because he's apparently texting and driving. But yeah, well,
Martha is driving.
Then why does he get on his phone?
Yeah, well, Martha's, but then he could have joined us. But he might have spotty Wi-Fi as you drive through Chicago.
Oh, Charlie Esser.
What
Rob
do you
Southgate
say?
says he has Migna's agent. He knows he has the email for Migna's agent.
Who's Migna?
Agent May.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. No. I usually pronounce the I in that. Yes, Migna, yes. Or, I don't think, there's an I in there. I'm sure there's an I in there. Okay. I pronounce it, I'm sorry. Migna Wen, yes. Okay. I would love to talk to Agent May about Mulan and many other work and all the other work she's done. Honestly, she's an awesome actress, and yes, she's a literal Disney princess who has evolved into an agent of S.H.I.E.L.D. It's like, as story arcs go, that's pretty awesome. So I would love to hear about her life and times. So please put her in touch with Capes and Lunatics if she would like to have people talk to her about Disney and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and, what other work she's doing.
Anyone.
Maybe she doesn't kick people, she might I'd love to have a show where I don't kick people. That would be a lot of fun. Or she might say, no, I just really love kicking people.
That was her big break, kicking people.
Well, honestly, her big break was just kicking people with words. So
yeah,
when you think about it, because really voice acting, that's all words.
Just like you.
Exactly.
All right.
Because emotional scars, they go deep.
Oh, he also reps Brett Dalton, Agent Ward.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. Yeah. Well, Agent, who is friend of the show.
Yes.
Yes, he's been on Enough Said, Phil. Come on.
I know. New head of Enough Said. I know.
Yeah. No, actually, when you said Dalton, I almost got super excited because I thought he meant Timothy Dalton. But,
the Chief.
I would love to have the Chief on.
So you were talking.
By the way, Kristen did not like the Beard Hunter episode.
A lot of people didn't. I know.
It's gross. It's gross. It is.
The guy was eating hair.
We can deal with butts, but when you start eating hair,
man eating butts, yeah, but in the hair,
other people's hair. You can eat your own hair. You don't eat other people's hair. Especially not like from the freaking sink. That's just
it has all the drain scum on it. I think they even said that. So is everyone caught up on Doom Patrol?
Did the new episode just drop? The last one I saw was when they break him out of the prison, so I might have seen the next episode.
Well, yeah, I think there's the other one I think dropped yesterday. So
okay, so I haven't seen the new one yet. So
you didn't see Flex Mentallo?
No, but I knew they were going. I knew the guy with the beard was Flex Mentallo. He's the ultimate human.
And we see Cliff Steele's appearance on a soap opera back in the day.
Oh, that should be fun.
Oh yeah, I'm race car driver Cliff Steele.
But is he chubby? Is he chubby?
Oh yeah, it's back in the day when he had his body and yeah.
No. What I meant is did they use did they marvel it and use the old Brendan Fraser?
No.
This is what he used to be.
No, it's chubby Cliff Steele. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Just his delivery is the best. I am.
Yeah.
It's all wooden.
Don't
and
get
stuff.
me wrong, I do love chubby Brendan Fraser, but I love cut Brendan Fraser too. George of the Jungle Brendan Fraser. George of the Jungle.
Blast from
And
the
Dudley
past.
Do. And Dudley Do Right. He did all the J Ward characters live action, which are fun films. You should watch them. You should actually, I got to say, Dudley Do Right with Brendan Fraser and Sarah Jessica Parker is just an amazingly fun film.
Okay, now Rob
Eric
Southgate.
Idle's in it too.
Rob Southgate's just messing with us now. He's like, I think we get someone from Endgame too.
Yeah.
Please.
Yeah, if you can get that caterer, man, I really want to know how they take their coffee.
I told you now that Hemsworth's wearing the fat suit, he doesn't have to be as cut. Tell us. Hemsworth like, oh, so this is what cupcakes taste like. Okay.
Yes. Well, I actually think that he never. I believe that Chris Hemsworth eats cupcakes. He just does extra workouts, because that's his literal job. His job is, in between movies, you exercise.
Oh yeah.
I mean, that is his job. That is literally his job. And nice work if you can get it. Listen to podcasts, go on the treadmill. You can decide, am I going to do weights and bulk up, or am I going to do aerobics and just slim down? Either is good.
I think you got to build muscle if you're going to be a Thunder God.
Well, sometimes, but that's not his only role, Philip.
I know, but like I said,
other jobs.
Like I said, Men in Black, a suit covers a lot of imperfections.
But it's and maybe that's why he did that. Maybe that's why he did that and Guardians 3 back to back.
Well, let's go to our expert on the male body, Lilith Hellfire. What are your thoughts?
Much like Stephen Amell, I think everybody needs a break. You can't be at peak performance all the time.
Okay.
It's actually not good for your body.
No, not to drop and gain and then lose, gain, lose, gain. Yeah, no.
No, I just want to maintain that's what I do. I maintain a perfect balance.
That's why I think Chris Evans was just like, oh, you're going to make me an old man now? Sold.
Yeah, well, not for nothing. You get to that point where they don't need the makeup. The man has been in movies for 40 years, okay?
Yeah, he started when he was like 12. Come on.
Yeah, exactly. It's him and Jerry O'Connell. Yeah. They've been in the business for a long time.
Disney has the fountain of youth. Look at Paul Rudd. He's like 50. You can't tell.
Well, it's all done with CGI, man. That's it. It's like they don't need. You can have the actor do it forever now because they have the footage and they can just restructure your face, man. It's all done with computers.
Is that Disney Zoom audio? I can do this all day.
Yes, exactly. I can do this all day. By the way, so here's the deepest question I have about Endgame. Was that Basil of Baker Street or Ratigan? Because if it was Ratigan, was this all part of a deeper plan for world domination? Okay. Great Mouse Detective references are going over everyone's head. Because it was out before you both were born. I'm sorry. These are forgotten Disney classics from, the 80s.
The Dark Ages.
Great ages.
Anything else, I darn well please.
So, Lilith, what are your thoughts on Doom Patrol so far?
I mean, I like it. It's comic accurate in really funny ways that you don't expect, but I think the cast needs a little more time to mold together. Like, I just don't feel like the chemistry's there just yet.
Do you think we're going to get a season 2 somewhere since, now Warner's has finally woken up and been like, hey, Disney's putting everything on one app. Maybe we should do that.
Oh, yeah, it's definitely going to come back. I heard it was like it streamed faster than Titans. So
Yeah.
And it has really great word of mouth, unlike Titans. So
yeah. Well, to be fair, I mean,
and you
Patrol,
and you have bigger names too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Brendan
Exactly.
Fraser, Timothy Dalton.
Yeah. It's also coming from the aesthetic, the Shazam aesthetic, rather than the bad films aesthetic.
Batman and Superman.
Yeah, it's getting away from the Snyder aesthetic, which people love. Don't get me. Hey, I love Ang Lee's Hulk. Okay, and aside from the Hulk getting big, although Maz likes the Hulk getting big, I will say I love Ang Lee's Hulk. I think it's brilliant in the way that it uses the camera angles. But is its story as good as other reinterpretations of the Hulk? Maybe not. And that's the thing. And I think that with Snyder's stuff, he does great visuals. In fact, there's this whole thing right now about DC fans saying, oh, all the visuals in Endgame are taken from Batman v Superman or Justice League. And it's like, well, okay, they have similar visuals, but is there a story behind the visuals?
But they did it better.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. It doesn't matter if we do the same thing if I do it better. Me and Leonardo da Vinci can both, paint a picture. We can both paint a picture of the same lady. I think Leonardo might do it better than me. I think. I don't know.
We could both paint a ceiling, but hey.
That was Michelangelo.
I don't know. I do.
The irony of that is that Michelangelo didn't work with frescoes. And he's like, why are you hiring me to work with frescoes? That's not my thing. We don't know if that was because the Pope was trying to be a jerk. No, you gotta do it. You gotta do it all in fresco. Ha! Michelangelo. Oh, you're gonna make me work fresco? Let me show you what I can do. Bow!
I'm not a fancy man.
Yes.
He kind of is, though.
I kind of am, though.
I'm kind of a fancy man.
Yeah. I am. If you ever see the '60s film The Black Cat, where they do a bunch of old Edgar Allan Poe films, and you have this scene with Peter Lorre and Vincent Price, and Vincent Price, of course, is the greatest wine taster in Europe, and Peter Lorre's a drunk, and he says, I got a palate just as evolved as you. And basically, then Peter Lorre basically drinks him under the table and tells him how much more he knows about wine because he's a drunk than Vincent Price does as a sommelier. And then, he basically imprisons him in a cask. Spoilers for a film from the 60s based on a book from the 1860s.
Hey man, if you people want a show about different alcohols and beers and drinking, let me know. I'll get Charlie Esser and Lil Hellfire on that right away.
And Maz.
And Maz.
Oh well, see, Maz's tastes are even more exotic than mine.
Well, good. Get a good variety of different tastes.
Yes. My point was.
Are you trying to make your own heroes by the pint, Philip? Is that what you're trying to do?
Keeps behind the bar.
Yes. Well,
it's a medical term, right?
Yeah. If it's a Maz is an edibles kind of guy, Yeah. Hey, I don't fault it, man. It's all good. In the hood.
I've been smoking Maz.
There we go.
What else did we get? Oh, we finally found out why Marvel was hiring I think now it's over 100 different creators.
Marvel 1000.
Marvel Comics 1000, yes. Special 80th anniversary issue.
Yeah, well, they've been around for a while. Why not? And I just hope they do some race car adventures and bring back the Human Torch. It'll be great. So Marvel's been around for a while, so they're going to do their $10 book, and it'll still sell better than DC's $10 book.
Well, yeah, I think CB Sobolski was saying, "Oh yeah, this is the one we're gonna sell 1 million copies again."
Yeah, well, that was kind of the DC last month had the biggest for comic sales, had the biggest rise in comic sales ever, and Marvel still outsold them. So,
ooh, snap!
Yeah, well, it's because when you do consistency over gimmicks, people come back with consistency.
I don't know. I think it's consistent that Marvel does gimmicks.
Oh,
way more often than DC does. Just saying.
Well, that may be a case too. They certainly have our new War of the Realms. Haven't finished the new Agents of Atlas. I'm not sure. I'm feeling it. I don't see a Gorilla Man yet. I don't know how you do Agents of Atlas without a Gorilla Man or Venus. I know they wanted an all Asian cast, but can't we have a one token gorilla in there?
Wasn't he in Avengers? Isn't he like support staff for in the
Okay,
Giant
so
Celestial?
fair enough. He's working at Avengers now, so he's on leave from Agents of Atlas.
He's on Black Panther's payroll. Like, you can't leave.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough.
You finish your chores before you hang out with your friends.
It's like Mark Ruffalo. He can't go over to Paramount until he's done with everything he has to do. With Marvel.
Signed an exclusivity contract.
So he had to build a new team. So okay, fair enough.
All right, Lilith, what's going on with Tony Isabella?
I literally have no idea. I'm confused just as much as you are.
Because the co-creator of Black Lightning had a problem with Batman and the Outsiders #1 this week. Which I mean, I would get
what's his problem?
I would. Well, what does it look like? He thinks like they're playing, like they're playing down Black Lightning, or making him subservient to Batman. But basically, the whole story isn't like Batman's like, here, I need you to run this team. You're the guy I trust.
Well, but because
it was also a lackluster story too, though. Like
it's been one issue so far.
I know, but I mean, that it's probably just a sensitivity issue.
Yeah. When teams develop organically, they probably seem more empowered than when, the big Batman says, hey, I got a lot on my plate right now. I can't be running every freaking team. Why don't you go run this team for me? It's a little diminutive in that sense.
And do I trust Tony Isabella's taste? Because wasn't he like, oh yeah, that Black Lightning show is great.
Well, season 1 was good, but season 2 not so much.
Well, yeah, after season 2, I'm just like, oh, are you sure?
Well, when did he say it? Did he say it's season 1 or did he say it's season 2?
Well, all the headlines were this week, so I'm assuming he said it recent. Well, when he was talking, I think he was talking about this comic that came out this week, so I'm assuming he said it in the last couple days.
Well, but enough nothing. He's probably getting paid.
It's subjective too. So
yeah, he may be getting a nickel every episode. So a nickel every episode.
True.
You're like, let's keep these episodes coming. I could use a couple more nickels.
I know. Rob Southgate's like, hey, Capes and Lunatics is great.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I guess you're giving him nickels. There you go. Let him pursue his dreams elsewhere.
That's gonna be the running gag every week. Rob Southgate's gonna message me. Where's my nickel?
He's got a big old pile of nickels in front of him. He just goes, all my nickels, all my nickels.
Oh, he loves drinking coffee. He'd be like, hey, where's my cup of coffee this week?
You can't get a cup of coffee for a nickel anymore.
No, that's what I'm saying. He's going to charge me more.
Okay. Oh, okay. We won't get into the business end. We won't get into the business end of this world we call podcasting. I just hope this isn't a pyramid scheme. That's all I'm hoping.
Multi-level marketing. What?
I don't know, man.
What? This is Lucifer now?
Well, I don't know.
Or Doom Patrol.
A lot of
look at my butt.
Look at my butt. Look at my butt. Look at my butt. That was actually a Dana Carvey bit from the old Saturday Night Live when he was being George Michael. And he was saying how his butt was perfect. And about how you would look at my butt, and because if you remember the "Gotta Have Faith" video, there was like lots of shots of George Michael's butt because he was very, very proud of his butt at that time.
Still is. Probably.
I hope he's still proud of his butt. You should always be proud of your butt. It's your butt. Even
on
when
that note,
even when it's got the scars of life on it, it's still your butt.
Capes and Lunatics season 2nd year anniversary. Be proud of your butt.
And stand by your boob windows and your long boxes while you're at it.
Hello. All right. So, anything else we need to discuss, or should we get to
comics?
Have we discussed anything yet?
It's Capes, so no.
Okay.
We discussed TV shows and Spider-Man Far From Home and Robert Southgate. All right. So, anyone want to throw out a comic?
Oh, I want to throw out a lot of comics.
Oh wait, I'm sorry. I mean, let's get two.
Phil's Comics Corner.
Oh wait, I had a question for Charlie. Let me find this book.
Mhm.
I want to say it was Vampirella and
Vampirella meets Betty and Vampirella and Red Sonja meet Betty and Veronica.
yeah. Did you?
Oh, I was so close to buying it. I was.
Oh, you know what? I'll hook you up. It's good. I like it.
Okay. I mean, I'm trying to remember what it was that it was like one thing, and I was like, because I'm like sitting there with all my books, and then I got free comic books too. It's like, and now I have 3 ones I got to read too.
Yeah, I was in it for Red Sonja, but then I was like, Vampirella, yeah.
Yeah, well, you know what? See, that's the thing. It's like for me, Vampirella, I'm not 100% on the Vampirella concept as this alien from a planet with a sea of blood, and she drinks blood, but I'm not quite certain I fully understand the concept and character of Vampirella. And so I kind of think that was I think the detractor for me. And then I think, as all Archie comic books have, I think it had 8 pages of ads in the back, which
I don't think my book has ads, so.
Oh man, okay, yeah. I mean that's always a thing for me with these.
Let me look.
Yeah, I mean maybe it does. Maybe I'm just prejudicing as with I did like at the end of the day Jughead the Hunger. Not in the book, pictured elsewhere versus Vampironica. I did enjoy that book. Had it just been Vampironica season 2, I think I probably would have still picked it up. Because I know I wanted to read Vampironica, but I didn't get to season 1. That all that annoyed me about that book was that they build Jughead the Hunger and then didn't have him there. It's except they had Jughead there, and then we don't mention it, so I don't know. Did Jughead get cured of werewolfism? Is he still a lycanthrope? I don't know.
Okay, my book only has 3 pages of ads.
Oh. Yeah, that's a lot of pages to put at the end. That's
but it's at the very end.
Well,
Not
see,
interrupting
you know what
my
it is? See, that's the difference. See, I prefer when the ads are in the book, because then I just turn the page and I don't notice them. When you put a bunch of ads at the back, it just tells me there's a lot of ads in this book.
Yeah, but then can you just go flip, flip, flip?
I know.
Well, no, because I don't read it. But at a certain point, here's the thing: I want an ad to be something I go through to get to story. When you put all the ads at the end, it just tells me you just sold me a bunch of paper with ads on it.
But it's all Archie stuff, so it's just here's what's coming. It's not actual ads like Twix.
If you like this story, you may like.
I don't know, but anyway, there were things.
He's not you or Moz. He doesn't mind commercials.
Yeah.
I'm not. My mind is fully for rent to any god and any government that would like to give me free content.
That is going to be our longest drop ever.
Yeah. All I can say is, I don't mind with an ad because I ignore them. I get up. That is when I do my ebullitions.
I'm big all over.
That's a callback from last episode.
My big thing.
My what thing?
Your big thing.
Oh, my big thing. Okay. Well, yeah.
Charlie's like, yeah, you could spread that. Yeah.
I got a lot of things that are very large.
Oh my. Moving right along.
I've got gigantic ears. That's all I'm saying. I hear things.
I'm going to say about men with big ears. Anyway.
Yeah, well. But they can fly.
Did everybody read Spiderman Deadpool 50, the final issue?
Yes. It kind of made me sad it was over. It was pretty decent.
Mm-hmm.
I like that basically, apparently, Deadpool is in your fan fiction too. Because that's the basic plot of this, is that everything was not in a comic book. It was just one writer's fan fiction.
Oh, yeah. Sorry,
spoilers. Yeah, it's although technically it is published, but, it was... I kind of really enjoyed it. And again, I gotta say, man, there's a lot of interferer qualities to this, man. I am still waiting for Ambush Bug. He is coming. He is coming to Doom Patrol. You know, they brought in Danny the Street. Doom Patrol is coming. They have variant covers. Honestly, this was a lot of fun as a book. Although it does a little Mad magazine thing at the very end, which this is totally. Well, actually, I don't know if Mad did it first or Spy did it first, where they do the photographs of people in the office.
Yeah.
I think Spy did it first because I think, Mad Magazine might have done it. In fact, Marvel might have done it with just drawings. But I think doing the photographs of people with the thing, I think that was a Spy Magazine
I
gag.
can't remember where, but I swear I think Marvel's done it with photos before. I just don't remember what issue.
Yeah, I just think that Spy might have done it first. That's about who did it first. No, this is a trope. People do this. DC has done it. Marvel has done it, but I think Spy might have done it first. So, or Mad Magazine might have done it first. You know, where you go into the office and you have everyone shouting at everyone on the phone, as if David Walker were on the other end.
Get David Walker on the phone.
Yes, well, you know,
he's too busy on Marvel Comics 1000.
Everyone's busy on Marvel.
Well, that should be done by now, honestly.
Yeah,
I think they just announced it for hype. Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's obviously done.
Well, he's busy on Naomi.
True.
He is, which is like one of DC's biggest hits now. People love Naomi. I love Naomi. It's a great book.
It really is.
It really is. You know, you can definitely see David Walker's strengths there. Honestly, David Walker's having a great year between that and Bitterroot. He's got the mainstream and he's got the indie success going for him. So he's doing pretty well.
I mean, yeah, it must be a top guy. They only invited like the top 100 people to do Marvel Comics 1000.
Well, you know, not for nothing. There's way more than 100 people who want to write comic books.
Oh yeah, I know. I'm just saying, yeah. But
yeah, it's like
that's probably the top people in the industry are like, well,
yeah. Well, you know,
Marvel left somebody else.
Spend this.
No, but this is under exclusive.
I was going to say he has an exclusive.
There's an argument that can be said that basically the reason why DC was doing all the exclusive contracts was because they wanted to keep certain people off of Marvel 1000. Because, you know, people talk in the industry and probably people knew Marvel's hunting for the Marvel 1000 people, and DC said, well, let's get some exclusive contracts going so we don't lose our guys to the competition, you know. I can see that being a reality.
Marvel 1000.
Nah, well, you know, I'll buy it, you know. I mean, why not? Is it one book or is it like a series of books?
No, I think it's just one big book, I think.
One big book. Do we have a price point on it? Is it $100 book? If it's $100 book, it better be hardcover.
Don't give them ideas, Charlie Hester.
Well, they've done Marvel Masterworks before.
I know, but isn't that like collections? It's not like.
Honestly, if they had like a big old encyclopedia Marvel 1000 book, I would probably still buy that. That would be my Christmas present that year, you know.
It is an August one-shot.
Okay.
It'll be 80 pages in length, with each page assembled by a different creative team. So each team's only doing one page.
Oh, wow. So it's like a story go-round.
I guess, yeah.
Interesting.
Oh, I fear for that editor.
Not for nothing. I do like Marvel's organization of the editorial staff a lot better than I do DC. I think they're very organized and they have a more effective communication strategy. So
yeah, well,
I'm not worried about that.
Yeah, well, I'm not saying I was worried about it. I just said that's going to be a lot of work for that guy or that girl or that person.
It's probably a team, though.
Well, they said it's CB Sapolsky's idea, so I don't know if he's actually going to be editing the whole thing or.
Well, that's great. I like Sapolsky.
Or if he's going to farm it out because since he's the man in charge now, I don't know, but.
Oh, this is his Secret Wars. This is when everyone starts to hate him.
Oh, is he pulling a shooter?
Look, it's not. I mean, you can call it pulling a shooter. Every editor-in-chief does this. You know, every editor-in-chief says, "Oh, now that I'm editor-in-chief, let me chiefly editor the books. And here's my overarching idea. Here's where I want us to go towards. And then a lot of petty little writers, burn, start getting mad because you want to do a larger story than just your little individual book, that your book is part of a universe.
Burn.
Yes, well, I'm just saying, it's a lot of people disliked Shooter because he wanted continuity and he wanted uniformity within books, and writers chafed at that because they said, no, I want to tell my own story. And I would like, Captain America to be on heroin. Why not? And, it's like, that's not the character who goes on heroin. That's Speedy.
You're basic.
If you want to tell a story about Bucky on heroin, we have something we can do.
Didn't they do that with Lord Harper?
How do you think he lost that arm? That's all I'm saying.
Oh,
Jesus.
I saw Requiem for a Dream. I know what happens.
nice.
That was a documentary, right?
Lilith?
Yes, dear.
Did you read the first part of Flash Year One?
I actually did, and I enjoyed it.
Yeah, it wasn't bad.
Feels like it's back to form.
I think it's kind of probably what this half of what this is getting back to basics.
Finally, they finally get what we want.
Well, kind of like, there've been several retcons the last couple of years. I think they're kind of like, showing us exactly what it's all, Of course, you're going to get Eobard killing his mother and get the accident and everything. But yeah, I think it's giving you one focused vision.
Finally.
Kind of, sort of. Yeah. No, I mean, it's only been one part, but I think I enjoyed it.
I like the artwork too. It's a little more crisp.
Yes.
Anybody read any Journeys into Mystery?
The spin-off miniseries.
Yeah.
I don't think I got any this week.
Well, you did. They were gifts, but that's okay.
Oh, yes. I haven't read them yet. Yes.
Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. You always ask me about books that I didn't technically buy. So
I have all these shows to watch and these comics to read.
I know there's a lot of comics. I'm not faulting anyone. And I was actually like a month behind. Although it must have sold really well because this one, number one says come in next month to read the next one, and this one says come back in 2 weeks. So it's a lot of fun. Ares is in it. He is set up as the villain, and there's definitely, and we get like why he's kind of in the villain role in this episode, in the second issue. Overarching plot device, Thor has a sister, because apparently Oda and Freya did do what gods do one extra time, and
it's Angela, isn't it?
No. This is his new sister. No, this is his baby sister.
Oh.
Yes, it's a baby, and apparently has like make me love you powers. Like literally, she's the baby. You have to love her.
Not the mama.
Yes, not the mama. That's what she says to Odin all the time. But Beldar has been entrusted to keep her safe during the War of the Realms, and apparently Cinder wants to kill her for reasons. And we get Kate Bishop and Miles Morales and Deathlocket and Sebastian Druid.
Ooh.
And then good old Simon Williams, because he wasn't doing anything. Because he's a pacifist now. It's fun. It's delightful. It's kind of cool because, of course, when they tell him who his allies will be on the road, the Norn of the future, sort of gives him the truth, and then he completely misinterprets all of the signs. So it's a different because he's been dead, because he's been in hell for the last few years, so he doesn't really know what's going on. So there's a new Hawkeye. There's a different Deathlock. Deathlocket's kind of cool. Deathlocket's always cool. I've liked her since Avengers, whatever that Avengers killing everybody storyline was. Basically, Marvel's ripoff of Hunger Games and the one that was before Hunger Games.
Oh, was that Avengers Arena or something?
Avengers Arena. Thank you. Yes. Good old arcade. Oh, God, that guy's annoying.
Who's currently an Amazing Spider-Man working with Craven.
He gets the work, man.
That will never end. It's almost like it's Clone Wars all over again.
But apparently she like has like an army of LMDs to be her family. Which is like once you like create an artificial intelligence and make it be your and of course best character Thori is in it.
Oh yeah.
If you like Thori, this is the book you should be reading. Best thing Asgard ever produced. Thori.
Like the kill and drink. It's like if Lilith Hellfire was a dog.
Yes. Don't read her fanfic. Anyway, what else we got?
Well, if you want to throw something out.
The best Marvel book I read this week was Symbiote Spider-Man.
Ooh, really?
It's followed by Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man. I thought the Spider books were excellent this week.
Yes, but I'm surprised you said because you've kind of taken a poop on Symbiote Spider-Man 1. So
yeah, but
what grabbed you about number? What grabbed you about number 2?
I don't know. I just really like the pacing, and like I'm really feeling like I'm back in that world again. Like I'm really digging the concept now. Like they got me this time.
And the art is great.
Yeah,
that Greg Land art. Yeah. And for those of you who are waiting for the movie and like, what's up with this Mysterio guy? Mysterio's in this.
Or just scroll down.
Yeah, we'll get you.
Do they start with the Tinkerer story, or do they like?
No, this takes place right after the first Secret Wars when Spider-Man comes back. He's still wearing the symbiote.
Oh,
he doesn't know what it is.
I'm sorry, I got Symbiote Spider-Man confused with the one that's.
Let him think.
Buffering.
So you like this a lot better than the first one?
Yeah. I think I'm gonna put it on my pull list actually.
Yeah, might as well. I forget how many parts this is. It's like 5. I don't think it's more than 5 or 6.
It was almost sold out, so that's why I definitely need to put it on my
yeah. And it's Charlie Esser's best friend Peter David right now. Dumbass.
You leave him alone.
He's not here. He's frozen. Let it go. And you said you also like Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man 6.
Yeah.
Yeah, it kind of reminded me. Did you ever read The Kid Who Collected Spider-Man?
Yes. You're absolutely right.
Yeah. Just with Pete like hanging out and playing with this kid. And although in this one, they never really say like, he's in the hospital. You can assume, what cancer or leukemia or something, but they never actually come out and say it.
I wonder if Charlie got Wonder Twins number 4. That's what I was gonna bring up next. So I'll just wait to see if he comes back. But yeah, but no, yeah. Like I said, even Deadpool Spider-Man was good.
Mm-hmm.
Spider-Man definitely needs an editor, though. I feel like it's so wishy-washy. Like everybody feels different when it shouldn't. Well, Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man should feel a little different.
But each book seems different. Yeah. They need They need continuity, like back in the day. Hey, Friendly Neighborhood 6 takes place between Amazing Spider.
Yeah, I miss that. I do.
Mm-hmm.
And we're back.
There he is.
Yeah, sorry, since we're on a Wi-Fi hub, through AT&T, you can't leave it plugged in all the time because that overworks the battery. So every so often it says unplug me because I'm full. But then you keep on using it, and then the battery runs out, and then it says, "I'm done."
I think I've heard that at buffet. Unplug me, I'm full.
I've never said.
Don't take me to a buffet then.
Did anyone read Conan this week?
I didn't get to read it, but it is in the pile.
Yes, it's good. It is very good. Man, it's like it's as it's these great Conan stories. Although, man, I gotta tell you, Conan is so the first Terry Steele. He is just like, yep, I'm just the best there is at what I do. and what I do is never pretty.
I think I've heard that someone say that before.
Yeah, he's in Kaido. He's the wild man.
It makes sense for him, though. I don't mind it as much.
No, I don't. Here's the thing. I don't mind any Mary Sue so long as it's part of the story. I don't mind that Reed Richards. Again, the first real Mary Sue is Reed Richards. It's like, well, as the world's smartest man, I totally figured that out. I knew from the start. And really, you really want to get
that was his fatal flaw, though. It's not so much as a great trait to have. I feel like that's his fatal flaw, though.
Yeah, well, other writers have well, that's the thing. It's like is Sherlock Holmes a Mary Sue? Which arguably he is. Again, just this idea that totally had it figured out the whole time. But really, any hero in their own way is kind of this guy who was always kind of one step ahead. And of course,
unless you're Oliver Queen on your own show called Arrow.
Oh,
you're the punching bag.
Oh, well, that should be a thing. That should be a thing that people, when you make a character just too overly sad sacky, I don't know what you'd call that. But this is a good episode. Again, you have this. It's a very interesting. I love Hyborian fashion and technology because it never really ascribes to anything, but you can see there is some kind of consistency to it. Right now, he's in a local rich desert kingdom, and basically they're waging war on Stygia because that's something you do. You're gonna go wage war with Stygia. It's like not a good idea, man. Stygia isn't even trying to conquer you. Why are you trying to conquer Stygia?
Come on, people.
Yeah, but it's good, and the kids are getting a little angry about always having to follow Conan through all of the deathity phases because they want to kill him already, but he's not ripe yet. But we know from the last one that he's finally ripe. They're dragging out this, we're going to kill him. But maybe his friends from the Savage Avengers will show up. We'll see. Oh, I also finally read Meet the Skrulls number 3, I think. How would I put that one? It's a decent book, man. I do like Meet the Skrulls, and it's nice because it's a Skrull family without making them overly sympathetic. So it's like it's like the Americans, I guess. Although I haven't actually watched the Americans. I wanted to say it's like when you watch a story about any deep cover spy group where there are spies, and they are working for people who are antagonistic to something that you actually believe in. But at the same time, they are still bound together and they're working together and they're trying to get their ways through. And it's a family situation. And basically, man, why can't I find the book? I can never find the book when you want it. Basically, their daughter they thought was dead. They recently found, and there's this whole thing. And the mother character is like realizing that her husband's putting the whole family at risk. But at the same time, there's a whole thing going on, and it's really interesting and really a lot of fun. And I highly recommend Meet the Skrulls. We're 3 issues in at this point, so you might need to get it as the trade later. But I'd recommend it. I've really enjoyed it. It's very human in the characterizations, and does not sugarcoat the Skrulls. At the same time, making you feel for them, which is something that you have to admire. As a writer, that's probably the hardest thing to do, to take characters who are, by their mission and intent, people that you don't sympathize with, to make you sympathize with them. It was a great film. I think it's called The Tank, about like a Russian tank command who gets trapped behind lines in Afghanistan, and they're not really sympathetic characters, but you do start cheering for them at the end. Kiefer Sutherland is the tank commander in that. It's actually a pretty good film. I can't remember what it's called, but it's a lot of fun, and it gets that vibe for you. It gets that vibe for you. That idea of people that aren't who are actually actively working towards evil ends, but who you're still rooting for to survive. So sort of like the Dark Avengers, which I also enjoyed.
Oh, I was gonna ask about Wonder Twins #4.
That came out this week?
Yeah. Right? Or was that last week?
You might have missed it.
Man, I thought I had that on my pull list. Dang it. Okay, so I missed it.
It was this week.
It was this week.
Oh, you gotta pick it up. It's great. It's called Cold Shower, and you get 2 really awkward dates, if you will.
Yeah. Well, I really liked issue 3, so I really do want to go read it. I thought sometimes I think I tell them to put things on my pull list and then they forget,
Happens to me all the time because I'm always putting stuff on and off.
Although for me, I think in my case it's that I think, I want to put this on my pull list, and I get there and I forget to tell them. It's a long walk.
I'm too drunk for this.
Yeah, it happens. I was gonna say it's a long walk to the comic book store, and there are bars along the way. So
I'm just gonna throw out that Betty and Veronica #5 came out this week, along with Archie's 704. For those of us that care, that are really upset with Riverdale, there's your alternative.
Just out of curiosity, did Archie's give the exact same book out this year for Free Comics Book Day as they did last year?
Unless your comic book store had some left over from last year and they just threw them on the table with the rest of them.
So I've seen that cover looked really, really familiar. So
I don't think they did, but Riverdale does a lot of repetitive covers.
Okay.
Yeah, it's always almost the same composition unless they're doing like a special or a variation. So.
I got to catch up with my Sabrina though. I'm like,
yes. Now you're reading the regular Sabrina with Kelly Thompson and Chilling, or the other.
Oh, I'm just watching the movie.
The TV show.
The TV show, yes. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, I should have clarified that. Oh,
yeah, I think you would really like Sabrina, the regular Sabrina the Teenage Witch by Kelly Thompson. Like I said, I think she really gets it.
Yeah.
It's a fun modern update.
Oh, I really want to read these things.
I know.
I buy these lottery tickets every week, and yet to pay off. But.
Like I said, I've given up a lot of Marvel and DC stuff, so I've been doing a lot of the indie stuff. Like I also read another indie book. IDW had what was it? Let me look. IDW. Which one? Oh, it was Samurai. Oh, I don't know if you guys are into Samurai Jack, but Samurai Jack, the Cartoon Network, they got one called The Lost Worlds, and I'm just like, yes, here for it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm familiar with the Samurai Jack storylines, but the Samurai Jack actually kind of came after my time, so I'm not a huge fan of Samurai Jack. He's in that Johnny Bravo universe.
I can understand.
Universe for me, which I'm familiar with. I've liked the things I've seen, but it's not calling to me the way that a Scooby Doo book might.
Like some true classic Hanna-Barbera shenanigans. I get it. Deadly Class also came out for 38.
Not quite hard.
Yeah,
that's not where that goes, Philip.
But
there's a drop.
Yeah. No, I've been reading a lot of, I've been reading the Elvira books, so I've got 2 Elvira books on my pull list.
Ooh.
And, I love Elvira, and they really have captured, because apparently they are continuing the story of Elvira, Mistress of the Dark, with Faustus, so that that got really interesting. Where'd that one go? But yeah, you get a great, you get a great, if you've ever seen Andy Warhol's Dracula, the final scene of that is Dracula saying, "You can't kill me, I'm immortal." There's my old ones. And they basically do a great homage to that with Vlad Tepes. Andy Warhol's Dracula is a lot of fun as a film. I highly recommend it. I have not gotten through Andy Warhol's Frankenstein yet, so I can't say if that is good or bad. But Andy Warhol's Dracula is definitely a film worth watching if you can get the chance. But here's Meet the Skrulls, #4. So that was good, and it's good. Project Blossom I don't want to spoil. I don't want to. Not that Blossom. Not Cheryl Blossom. 666. Which I'm also not reading, but it's like if I had infinite money and infinite time, there are so many other books I'd be reading. And I'm trying to get as many indie books as I can because you got to support all of the creators. You know, there's a lot of creators.
Okay. More than 100, Marvel. A lot more than 100.
Well, that's why I said that's why they got the top 100. You know, it sounds like it's like
is it subjective or is it by sales? Is it by lifetime achievement? Like I'm just curious what their criteria was.
Well, it might have been just.
Probably
I like you. I like doing business with you.
Whoever sells the most units these days.
No, it's probably who are names that. Well, it's probably an industry thing. Yeah, it's like who do I know and who do I like and who do you recommend?
Exactly, because business is actually pretty personal. So when people tell you don't take it personally, it's business. That's a crap.
Well, yeah, that's just true. Okay.
All right. So, are we done? Do we want to talk any more comics? What are we doing?
I think we're done on a Saturday.
Okay. All right. So since this is our 2-year anniversary episode, I just wanted to thank everyone. I wanted to thank these two here, these two drunks. Everyone who couldn't be here, Matt and Will from the Quantum Zone, Kristen from Nightwing News, Tyler Patrick, of course, Mr. Moz Manzor.
Without a doubt.
And all the other podcasters who help us out, like Diana Marnell, Ray, of course, whose voice you heard before. And of course, executive producer and our podcasting guru, Mr. Rob Southgate.
He gets a nickel for this episode.
You know what? Let's mail him a nickel for his birthday, all three of us.
Oh, nice.
Here's your nickel
thing now.
Oh, that'd be funny. All right. But yeah, I mean, our team, we couldn't do this without our team. Especially Lilith Hellfire, who's going to be editing another show now.
And don't forget, we are an award-winning podcast.
Yeah, even though if we ever get that award, but anyway,
you won an award.
Well,
a major award.
Last year at Indie PopCon, we won an award, but I don't think they ever mailed anybody their awards.
Okay, well, maybe we had to go there and pick it up. But
every so often, I'm like, hey, Rob,
road trip,
go earn your nickel.
There you go. Oh.
All right, let's get out of here. All right, Miss Lil Hellfire, where can people talk to you about Archie and drinking and whatever dark art you're into?
If you nerds want to find me on the interwebs, I'm on Twitter at Lil Hellfire. And of course, I'm on the gram at Lil Hellfire 86 because 69 was taken.
Duh.
But you hate when that happens. All right. Mr. Charlie Esser, where can people discuss the finer points of the Marvel multiverse with you?
See, I was hoping you were going to say that where they could find me, and then I could say, they can find me in New Jersey. Come on by, have a beer. But if you'd like to converse with me via the electronical mediums of the modern age, you can always write to me in an old-fashioned email way that our moms and poms once did at superconnectivityblog@gmail.com. That's superconnectivityblog, all one word, @gmail.com. Of course, follow me on Twitter as a live tweet. Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Cloak and Dagger and anything that I happen to be awake for or home for to do so. I'm not podcasting. At Charlie Esser, the CHARLIE. Yes, LCR. Look for the 2 E's in the middle.
For quality.
Bing! And remember, you can get a hold of us anytime, anywhere. capesandlunatics@gmail.com. We're on Facebook. We're on Twitter @CapesLunatics. We're on Instagram, Capes and Lunatics. The voicemail, 614-382-2737. That's 614-38-CAPES. And remember to check out Work in Progress, capesandlunatics.org.
Right. You don't appreciate it at first, but then you're like, oh, I get it.
And stay tuned to the feed. We've got Arrowverse finales and Big Bang finale coming up.
So. That's right. We're having a Big Bang Theory finale special.
All are welcome.
And, yes, that's right. And Quantum Zone's blown up. Getting more and more interaction with that.
What about our
I love your
Quasar
giveaway,
podcast,
by
the
the way.
Quantum Zone?
Oh, what, the shirt?
Yeah.
Oh, and Matt threw in a caveat to that just recently. He said if you leave your feedback as an iTunes review, he'll throw in some comics too.
Oh.
Was thinking.
Sparkly quantum tentacles.
I know a little.
My favorite drop.
Not for nothing. You can really even call it violation when it's a sparkling quantum tentacle. Because it's like, come here, you big lug.
It's called hentai and it's an art form.
2 years and nothing has changed. All right. For the last 2 years and for 200 more to come, we have been the Capes.
Ampersand.
The Lunatics. Oh, look at that.
Oh, nice and smooth.
We have had 2 years to practice. Takes 10,000 hours to be a master at something. I have no idea how many hours we've done with this.
Master of our own domain. Callback.
That's what keeps the kids watching.
That's
But
right.
it's a rule of 3.
All right. So, like we said, we got a ton of stuff coming. So, join us on the podcast, on YouTube. Do it all. Come back.
Sounds like a plan. Have a good night.